Hey everybody, it's your State Secretary, Noah Richert here. And today, I'm here to talk to you about how to be a leader through virtual situations. Now we're going to start this out with an activity. It's quite simple. I'm going to show you a picture, and you're going to tell me what you see. Now in this image, you would either see a boy playing a musical instrument or a young woman's face. Now this is called an optical illusion, and it's an image that appears different to whoever may see it. Now this can relate to our virtual experience, as where people all have different views on how it should be portrayed or how it should be acted upon. Now all these different views may cause challenges, but today I'm going to help you guys and teach you how to conquer these challenges in a virtual setting through being a leader. Now, in the last slide that I just showed you, you should have seen a cannon firing and a team working on this cannon. Now, this was me this summer as I went to Oklahoma to participate in boot camp. And it was 11 weeks where I was not here with my team. Now, this came as a virtual challenge for us as I didn't have much communication with them and they didn't have much communication with me. Now, this caused problems within the team and we faced challenges because of it, but we have since overcome these challenges. Now, in your situation, it is very similar where you guys will probably face a virtual challenge where you might not be able to communicate with each other or you just won't see eye to eye on some things. Now, with these virtual challenges, there are ways to overcome them, and one way is to become a virtual leader. And once you become a virtual leader, you'll be able to overcome most challenges. Now I'm going to show you 3 different ways and 3 different exercises that'll help you become a virtual leader. Our first exercise is something that I'm going to challenge you guys to do. I'm going to challenge you guys to be consistent. Like in my daily life at boot camp, we consistently woke up at 4 o'clock every day to go do exercise out on the pavement. Now, sure, it wasn't very fun, but being consistent helped us to overcome a lot of the physical challenges that we endured. Now, if you guys are consistent, whether it be planning a chapter meeting every week or bi-weekly, that is something that I challenge you guys to do. Because when you guys are consistent, it will show members that there's something you're working for, and that'll make more members want to join. So that is the first exercise that I challenge you guys to do. Now the next one, it kind of gets into relating to my boot camp experience in a different way. This one relates to me setting my own personal goals at boot camp. Now my goal at boot camp, of course, was when I got there, my goal was to graduate, finish, and get everything done with. Now, it came with a lot of challenges, but in the end I did reach my goal. And I believe that setting all the little goals along the way, such as learning how to fire in the most productive way, or just learning the different types of ammo, my little goals along the way helped me to achieve the final goal. Now, I'm going to pause this video in a couple seconds here, and I ask you guys to talk with your team and make some goals for your team this year. And hopefully you can come up with some goals, and we'll see where that gets you. Okay, now that you're done with completing your goals, I hope that some of you learned how to step out as a leader and voice your opinion on the matters. Even though you may be virtual while you're doing this, I hope that you were able to talk about what you felt was the right thing to do, because that is a huge part of being a virtual leader, is speaking your opinion. Now, we're going to get into the last activity, and I think it's the most entertaining, but we'll see. So, while I was at boot camp, my favorite part by far was firing the cannons. Now, in order to fire these cannons, we had to dial in coordinates. And once we put in these coordinates, we fired the huge 100-pound round over the mountains and to whatever target we were hitting. Now, I'm going to challenge you to also dial in, and I'm going to ask you that you get people's phone numbers or social media or something like that of a fellow leader in your region or just somewhere in the state FFA. Now, I feel like a phone number is more valuable because people tend to respond more to a phone call or a text other than just a social media DM or Snapchat. Now, I challenge you to get at least 3 other leaders from your region or state, and ask them about what have they done during these times to help them become a virtual leader. And asking them this question will also help you to become a virtual leader yourself. This is probably the best challenge, but I think this one will be the most beneficial in the long run. Now, to wrap things up, I would like to say today we talked about how to become a leader in a virtual setting. We talked about how everyone sees it differently, whether in like an optical illusion. Everyone sees it differently, and this may cause challenges in some situations. And it's working through these challenges that helps to build our leadership. We talked about boot camp and how we can be consistent, whether it be through everyday exercise or just having a bi-weekly meeting. We talked about how to dial in and fire your cannon and get connecting with people even though you're still distant. We also talked about how to set goals and how setting goals is the basis of becoming a leader. Now, all of this may be challenging at points, but in the end, I know that this will make everyone a better leader if we learn how to be a leader through a virtual setting.